before. I think some of you might have heard of him. Oh, yes, he also released his first chapbook. Without further ado, I need you all to please put your palms together for the one, the only King Kamayera.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate it.
This is an honor.
So I've been writing these poems to stay alive. So when I get on this mic, I'll be dead serious. This is not just a poetry show. This is a King Kamayera experience. I've been writing these poems, pouring my blood on these pages, leaving my soul on these stages. I've been writing these poems. My pen drips in ink that's held with keys. I unlock greatness in every word that I speak. When you dot your I's and cross your T's, legend will have it that I'm the greatest. My poetic crescendos reaches every depth of the sea. From jaw-dropping bars and punchlines, I murder everything. From features to open mics, I don't do this for the follows or the likes. I conquered my anxiety and depression with poetry being my medication. I aspire to have millions and millions inspired. So even when my time on earth is done with poetry, I will never be retired. How we feeling tonight, Triad Theater, y'all? I appreciate y'all, man. Can I get a yeah? Can I get a yeah? Can I get an aye? Can I get a big round of applause for yourselves, Mike Tastic, and all the dope artists who performed tonight, please? So as Leah V said, I do go by the name of King Kamayera. You have to roll the R like how 15-year-olds say quinceañera. I ain't a writer, I ain't a poet, I'm just a beautiful black man with a voice. And, you know, we're going to start off with this right here. I'm assuming some of us got some rhythm in here, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to need your help with this, you know what I'm saying, this piece right here. So, it go like this, right? I met this girl when I was 10 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul. She said, excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is hip hop, and I like to rip beats, and from that point, I've never turned her off. Always used to get the text because I turned her on. She used to educate, I used to meditate to the sounds of poetry on a high bass. I feel like Beyonce right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. The basis of our relationship was pure. She gave me a high that THC could not deliver. Had me locked into her bars and beat breaks. The messages would be on the surface, but even the simple surface lyrics would hit like a heat wave. She spit fire through the instrumentals. Sent shockwaves to the mental. Even though she was born in the ghetto, she was a tsunami brewing like a cup of coffee. She was a star in the making, but it wasn't about the bucks she was making. It was more about the lives she was changing. Her name was hip hop. Unique on her own right, she inspired me to pick up my own pen to right but wrong. This poem is not about me giving her the flowers she deserves. It's more about acknowledging our breakup. I miss the relationship we used to have. You just don't sound the same anymore. You've fallen onto deaf ears. I don't jam out to you like I used to. You once spoke about community, unity, and spreading the truth. You brought together the old heads and the youth. Beatboxing and talking in rhythm became the only way we knew how to communicate. And because of you, we would draw pictures with our tongues, highlight the details in our turntables, frame our artwork in ways that only people from the inner city could understand. Things got sour in our relationship when we became long distance. Went from hearing you down the block from a distance to now seeing you on the television. You became misogynistic and belligerent. as tip drills stripped you of your essence and drill raps became more prevalent. Pleasing the record executives became more important than the messages that you sent to the kids. All eyes were on you as you almost ended up on death row. You became notorious for creating junior mafias, and senior citizens grew accustomed to reckless adolescence. Bad boys who can no longer adhere to your lessons. I guess that's why instead of carrying on your legacy, little black children would carry Smith and Wessons. The older you got, the more I started to question your purpose in this life. You once gifted a voice to those who shielded away from vulnerability. You gave vessels from the ghetto a responsibility, and for wordsmiths like myself, you unlocked new doors of opportunity. You turned lunch tables into instruments, our hands into speakers, poets into preachers, but suddenly became an easy target for those leechers who once viewed you as a foreign creature. You sold your dignity in exchange for them checks. They bought your image and photoshopped it with money, drugs, and sex. They forced you to sign in between them dotted lines to make you forget what hip-hop was supposed to represent. And the worst part about all this is that I couldn't even be mad at you because you did what you had to do. And I hate the fact that I still love you like I do. You leave me no choice but to reminisce over you. I don't think I'll ever be over you. It's a hurdle. I'm still in the process of processing the process of your evolution. I'm just hoping one day we can come to a resolution. Resolving the conflict between who you were versus who you were meant to be. I'm hoping that you can do a 360 in terms of your origins instead of those bad deals that your masters got you chained to. I met this girl when I was 10 years old. And what I hated most is that she had so much stowed. She said, "Excuse me, big homie, I know you don't know me no more. But my name is Hip Hop, and I would love to come back home." Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. I thank you so much. I appreciate that. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm on stage right now. I can't see none of y'all, so I'm gonna just be looking at a direction and saying thank you all night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You get a thank you. You get a thank you. No, I pray for hip hop to get back to its roots. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it inspired me to do this, and I wouldn't be here with, hip hop in itself and that art form. I also pray for America. You know what I'm saying? I have a toxic relationship with America. I feel like sometimes I just don't like America. You know what I'm saying? They just be on some bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? America don't like us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I pray. I've been praying like, God, I write this poem with the intentions of not to disrespect, but to understand. While my prayers have barricaded the innocent children from the dangers my people have suffered from. And to my people, I ask, what's faith? In a world full of deceit and hate, it makes it so hard for a brother to trust and love. Who or what am I supposed to believe in when cops patrol our vicinity with loaded guns? The biggest gangs in this country wear badges and are licensed to kill. What's even more fucked up, their salary comes from the people that they kill. Majority of the minorities getting killed as pain turns to blood spilled. Minors getting 5 to 10 with misdemeanors. Accident murderers carrying heaters and cold demeanors. Juveniles who are forced to grow fast, but adults who ain't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on us though, we barely made it through the cracks. The first time I seen the snow fall wasn't from the sky. To be frank, the last time I was a saint was when I seen a street pharmacist turn a hard rock into a gem. Ain't no American dream for my people when you trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, my brother, what's faith? When I've been enslaved to the misconceptions of what pro-life means. A country with a dirty past where Puritans bathe in impurity. Try to stay clean, but they addicted to money, corruption, and greed. A community of hype beasts. We're controlled by the Supreme, courted by the imagination that someone in the White House gives a fuck about what goes on in the Black House. We follow the rules written by slave owners and outdated amendments, not to mention the 13th barely made us free. What's faith? Attempting to emancipate from poetry that's chained to trauma. Hard to run away when Hollywood sensationalizes your culture's drama. Matter of fact, name me a black movie that isn't about trauma that has won an Oscar. I'll wait. What's faith? Rappers from Atlanta teaching young thugs how to earn cash without them having to be paper boys. What's faith in a country where we're more concerned about controlling a woman's womb rather than controlling the guns that put the 16, 18, 12,700 black people in a tomb? Do y'all see how we repeat the same mistakes? What's faith when I don't believe in myself? What's faith for my people when black is only beautiful when we turn into murals? God, can you give me the faith to believe in mankind again? Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Like I said in the beginning, I've been praying, right? And anybody here got beef with their bank account after a weekend? Right? You know what I'm saying? I pray for my bank account. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that Uber was $20, but why is it like, yeah. So this is like a poem dedicated to my financial situation. It's like a diss poem. But it's like a poem to America, too, because, like I said, I don't like America like that, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to do it like this. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. I said cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. But if a dollar could talk, it would probably tell everybody that's broke to shut the fuck up. Everybody that's rich to stop hoarding us, and all the middle class people to stop teaching wealth when you have none. Look at me. I am the captain now. I'll put the capital C in capital. I'll have you chase me your whole life to build enough capital so you can live like them politicians do over at the Capitol. I capitalize on the less fortunate. Unfortunately, I'm the reason people get killed for their fortunes. I breed jealousy and envy. I emphasize the G in greed. I'm birthed in units. I go by nicknames such as dough, making banks or making bucks, but that's how you play the game. You die trying to get enough of me. But truth is, you will never have enough of me. I'll have you hooked, no, addicted. Nothing like heroin or cocaine, but every reason why your happy chemicals ate in a recession. Yes, America, I am that great. Depression ain't got shit on you when you have an abundance of me. I bring bundles of joy. I weave through the stereotypical notions. They say I don't buy happiness. That cliche is bull to me. I can't bear these fake optimistic quotes as if these Wall Street folks don't jump off buildings because I've left them broke, as if poverty ain't a symptom of not getting enough of me. I am the multivitamins for your pockets, the shower for your ego. I cleanse the skeletons in your closet so your guilty conscience can turn a profit. I don't know what it is, but you humans have this weird obsession with assessing someone's worth depending on how much they have of me. I wonder if African Americans ever look me in my face and think of their ancestors. The least you can do is keep me in your community, but I got you buying your own whips and chains. I mean, Jesus pieces and foreign things. I've made you convert your religion. Materialism has you in a chokehold like the nooses I could once afford. I'm a piece of paper like fabric, yet you value me more than the resources you have back at home. And if your definition of home is where you lay your head at, I done fucked up your mind so much, y'all don't even know where your head's at. I done seen cribs filled with Jordans, Louis, and Gucci. People have those things and think that life is all Gucci, but they miss the main point. Trading lemonades for pomegranates, the fruits of your labor ferment into a liquor-like substance. The residuals of your bank statements be filled with empty bottles and designer clothing's only fitted for models. Yo, word is born. I got y'all invested in the wrong thing. Y'all spent a lot of me on dead stock, but couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. I pay your bills, bills, bills. That's worth to destinies. Child support statements can bank on me to rob broken households. If you can't pay off your debt, my bodyguards will take everything your house holds. I've been robbing all of America since 1792. I don't have an Adam and Eve story, but ain't that some snake shit? Thank y'all. Thank you. Like I said, I've been praying. I've been going to therapy, and I've been praying. It's a safe space here, right? So I want to ask y'all a question. When was the last time you cried? No. I appreciate y'all answering that. Word.
You're making me want to cry.
You good. Take your time. When was the last time you cried? When was the last time you swallowed your pride so you could finally vomit out your pain? The last time you drained the pain from your pupils to dilute your rage? When was the last time you stopped masquerading your identity through what society taught you was true masculinity? The last time you came face to face with your demons? When was the last time that you addressed the issues that hit home? When will you realize that you don't have to go through healing alone? I remember the first time I asked my dad when was the last time he cried, and I was met with silence. Yet in that very moment, it was the loudest he's ever been. I asked him again, how about his father, the one's name that I bear? And the silence grew to become even louder. It seems to be a common theme in African households to bury yourself in sand and cement and call it being a man. To walk with your ego as a badge of honor and it be the cornerstone of your genes. I look at him in his eyes and his iris turn into a kaleidoscope of unhealed trauma. I suggest therapy, but then remember that conversations were never the most therapeutic, because how can you heal a wound with words when a knife called pride is constantly slicing at your throat and the crescendo of bullets disguised as hurt ring and ring and ring until you become deaf and you can no longer hear yourself talk unless you scream in agony or scream in pain because your inner child never had a voice to advocate for self. Feeling the pressure of having to provide for a family, and you can't take any breaks, even if you have a fractured soul. I want him to know that cries just wash away the fragmented crumbles that we forget to pick up. Because sometimes words don't do us justice, and when it's just us and our thoughts sitting in the dark, tears are the only thing that can make us feel light. This ain't a It's Okay to Cry poem. This is a It's Okay to Be Human poem. It was early October 2023. We sat down for the first time in a while and had a conversation where we smiled, laughed, and cried. And in that moment, I saw not only the greatest father I could ask for, but a man who dealt with so much pain and anguish, yet had the strength to not detonate. So if you ever see a person battling a war within, a spiritual warfare with no ceasefire in sight, I beg you to ask them, when was the last time you cried? Thank y'all. So before I get started on my last piece, if there's anything that I want you to take away from me, I do want you to buy the book, but you know what I'm saying? Leah V was like, when's the last time you read a book? It could be today, you know what I'm saying? If there's anything I want you to take, please believe in yourself, right? Whatever situation you're going through right now, please believe that you will pull through. You know what I'm saying? If you're here today, right now, you woke up, you already made it through 100% of your bad days. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anyone put any doubt in your head. If you have a goal in mind, please keep striving for it. Please keep striving for it. Don't let anybody stop you, not even yourself. All right? On May 9th, 1996, 2:34 a.m., a black baby comes out of his mother's womb, cries tears of freedom from being a fetus, yearns to be pardoned and met with endearment. Black baby turns 1 year old. He takes his first step on this turf we call planet Earth. Black baby says his first words, and it sounds like gospel to his parents' ears. He puts together sentences, becomes hip to the language of his native tongue, English and Spanish dialect, a semi-trilingual trying to understand the nuances of his environment. Black boy has his first day of school. Classmates give him a lesson on both violence and silence, to never snitch when fights occur. He slap boxes for his life at every lunch period to ensure he meets the criteria to sit with the cool kids at the cafeteria. Black boy gets roasted by people who exude his hue, becomes more embarrassed that his name doesn't sound like Nick, Mike, or Troy. Black boy no longer wants to be African black. Boy wishes he was just a shade lighter, so every day he doesn't have to be a fighter. Doesn't understand why he's made fun of, grows up to be sensitive, stops sharing his sentiments. Black boy becomes a teen. Black teen is shy. Black teen gets braces and is still misaligned. He stutters every word. He feels like he's not heard. His style is being dressed in anguish, and he be the flyest. The heart he wears on his sleeves matches his soul. He camouflages in fatigues. He's tired of putting up a front, but knows it saves him from getting punked. He watches MTV in the morning for an escape, gets introduced to hip-hop, rock, and funk. He loves video games, especially the shooting ones. He wants to play with 9mm and switches up his personality to live a Grand Theft Auto reality. Black teen is in a whirlwind of an identity crisis. Halloween night, he escapes, getting $1.50, but is scarred from the sight of a Mermont Biggie. He wants to feel important and protected, so being the best at sports is his only resort. He gives it his all because he has yet to ever feel important at all. He has dreams of making it to the league. Can't be average, he wants to be elite and average 18. Black teen turns 18. Black teen is now a man, but still feels like a child. Comes into college, doesn't walk on, walks into a lifestyle. Intro 101 to drugs, sex, and loving women for one night. Stands on his promise to get married to a Muslim wife, but gets engaged to sins and vices and friends who give bad advice. Black man is trapped in his non-ending loop of an addiction. He needs a fix for his broken heart. He develops an avoidant attachment style, sabotages any love that comes within a radius of a mile. Black man is damaged. Black man is wounded. Black man is not sure what's going on with his life. Black man is clueless. Until one day, he finds a solution. Grabs a pen to stitch his wounds up. He finds this beautiful art form called poetry. He blends nouns and verbs to make them sound like the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. Black man ain't healed yet, but he's healing. Found therapy in friends and discussions surrounding hip-hop music from the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Black man comes from rock bottom and becomes the people's champ. Black man becomes a black star. Black star defies the odds. He breaks out of his mental imprisonment without ever breaking the law. Black star embraces his West African Malian roots and becomes one of the greatest poets that you've ever saw. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, you know what I'm saying? I was nervous as a motherfucker backstage, I ain't gonna hold you. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Wow. I appreciate, this is my first time doing this. I know I was on stage screaming and shit, but I got feelings and shit. So let me stop. Today, or let's say 2 days ago, I officially became an author. You know what I'm saying? It's my first chapbook. You know what I'm saying? Word. I have, Staples, they kind of messed up a bit. But I do have black and white copies, and I do have color copies on me. I have about like 20 copies. So please, if you want a book, they are only $12.
Only $12. That's basically free.
Yes, I appreciate it. Please come through and see me in the lobby. Meet me. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Cash App at, let me stop playing the crowd. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. You're going to get my Cash App anyway. You're going to buy the book. So you can follow me on Instagram at king.kamayera. That's king.kamayera. Once again, that's king.kamayera. King. Caleb.